Hi, my name is Maritza, and I'm going to be talking today about the out-of-the-box idea that I found online by Ann Gardner. She posted this on her blog, and it is the beaded number rods. And this is going to be focused in math, of course, and it's going to be first grade. And the teaks are 1, 3, E, and these teaks focus on explaining strategies used to solve addition, subtraction problems up to 20 using spoken words, objects, pictorial models, and number sentences. Today we're going to be using objects that will allow us to help a child learn how to add or subtract numbers. And this can be used for a L1 student or a L2, depending on the instructor. If they want the student to practice with English, practicing with English numbers, they can, or even their native language. For the ELPs, I'm going to be focusing on section 74.4 2LD, and that is where we monitor the understanding of spoken language during classroom instructions and interactions and seek clarification as needed. So this is pretty much as we verbally tell the students what would be, for an example, 5 minus 3. We're going to see if they understood what we are asking, if they understand the numbers that we are saying, and even if they understand the math that we are trying to get them to tell us as well. So we can go on and show you the beads and see how this works. So these are some manipulatives made with beads, and pretty much we're going to be focusing on numbers 1 through 20, and the students will be learning how to subtract and even add. But for this example here, we're going to practice subtracting. So for a student who is learning about numbers or learning about subtracting, or even how to understand certain numbers that aren't in their language, this would be a really great visual and a really great manipulative for them to be able to hold and to actually see what a number would look like, or a representation of a number. So let's say that we have a student and we're asking them, what is 6 minus 2? So we could have the 6, we would have the 6 here, so they can see 6. And if you wanted to, you could add another section in the bottom with the words spelt S-I-X, so then the students can also learn how to read the number and also see what a number looks like. So we said 6 minus 1, so we would have the 6 here, and we would just take away 1 from the group. So then the students will be able to just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and realize that one of them was taken away from the group, and they now have 5. So that is what this out-of-the-box idea looks like. And when it gets over the tens, the students will have 2 separate groupings. So one side would have 10 beads, and the other side will have the remaining amount. So for 13, if we were to say 13 minus 5, well, we know this is a group of 10, so we take away the 3 first. So this is 3, 4, and then 5. So now the students will simply just count the side that was of the tens first, and it would be way easier. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they would know that it is 8. That is that. So with this, you can also create cards for the students to work on. This can also be an assessment for an instructor to work on with the students independently, or even in a group. You can assess the students all around you, or even a partnership where students can test each other or even practice with themselves at home. So if I were to give a student a card, and I would just simply give it to him, be like, all right, what is 5 minus 1? Or in their L1 language, in their native language, we could say, if they speak Spanish, ¿Qué es 5 menos 1? And the student would go and find the 5 and try to give me the answer, which of course would be 4. And then we can move on, write down what they said, or even speak to them, and move on to the next one, 19 minus 3. and it can just continue. And again, this out-of-box idea is called beaded number rods, and it is a great tool for ELLs and bilingual students, even for native English speakers, to practice their math, practice counting, practice their numbers, or just practice using manipulatives as well. And this information, this really cool idea, I got from Ann Gardner. She has her own blog, and it is called the Common Core Connections USA blog. And she writes more about how she uses this in her classroom, and just different other ideas and different assessments that you can do as well. But I thought this was a really great thing, and it's not very common in classes as well. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for your time.